I have a reading for you now from Dr. Ernest Holmes. If we know that the power with which we are dealing is principle and not personality, if we know and believe that mind is the only actor, cause, effect, substance, intelligence, truth, and power that there is, if we have real embodiment, then we can demonstrate. If we lack, if we are poor, if we are without friends, if we are without opportunity, we should be sure to erase from our consciousness any sense of lack. We erase thought from consciousness by pouring in an opposite thought. This thought meets the other and neutralizes its effect. It rubs it out, just as we rub chalk marks off a board. We must maintain a consistent, positive, aggressive mental attitude in the truth. We walk by falling forward. Water falls by its own weight. Planets are eternally falling through space. Everything sustains itself in nature. The only reason man is limited is that he has not allowed the divine within him to more completely express. Man's divine individuality compels infinity to appear in his experience as duality because he has believed in duality. The person who can throw himself with complete abandon into that limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. So my talk today is on fully expressing the uniqueness that we are. To do this, we must cut ourselves free from the moorings that we tend to tie our self-expression to. For instance, when somebody says, I want to do my passion and get paid for it. I want to do my passion and have people receive it abundantly. The thing is abundance is a separate skill from self-expression. Communication is a separate skill from self-expression. Self-expression it's in and of itself. To tie it to anything is to limit our ability to express. To tie it to anything limits who we are. If Van Gogh or Mozart had tied themselves to having to make money or communicate well to others, we would not be sitting in the awe of their creations today. One of Mozart's greatest operas, when he presented it after he originally wrote it to the king said to him after the opera was over, you know, that has too many notes in it. You should take out some of those notes. Mozart took it home and knew it was for another day. And today we are in awe of it. Self-expression, when fully released in its unique and magnificence, leaves us in awe. But here's the thing. There's risk involved. There's risk that people won't like us, won't like what we're saying, won't like what we're doing, where it won't be accepted, where we won't get paid for doing it. Gandhi left his law practice to stand in the self-expression of what he believed was his to do. Martin Luther King, knowing fair well that he was putting his life in danger, did not stop from doing what was his to do. And certainly Jesus, knowing fair well that he was putting his life in danger, did not stop doing what was his to do. These people were not special from the sense that we have that Christ consciousness inside us. We have within us the power of the universe to stand in our trueness But to do so means cutting the moorings. To do so means letting go of what can tie us down from that self-expression. And once we do that, miracles are possible. Things beyond our imagination. One of the things that makes something a miracle is it's just simply out of our understanding, out of our sense of what we thought was possible. I got a job once selling insurance. And I was working in a very big office with a lot of other people, and they put me in my corner, and I was over there, and I was very loud and very raucous and having a good time and selling a lot of insurance. And they came over to me, and they said, you know, you really need to tone it down. And so I limited myself and started to tone it down. And what came from that was I started selling less insurance. In fact, I could hardly sell any. And so one day they came to me and said, we bought you your own building. They bought me the building next door so that I could be fully myself, because they recognized that was a good idea. And sure enough, within a month, I sold over $1 million of insurance when I was over there and could jump up and down and rant and rave the way I liked to. You just never know what could even happen once you're willing to stand in the truth of who you really are. I have noticed circumstances in my life changing dramatically in ways that I never thought possible, simply by being willing to stand in my truth, to fully express myself, irregardless of the situation, irregardless of what the outcome might be. Now, honestly, sometimes those outcomes haven't been terrific, but many times they've been unbelievable. Because when we cut the moorings, when we stand in true abandon, anything is possible. There are folks I hear say all the time that they have to limit themselves because of who they work for. They have to limit themselves because of they just don't have any choice in terms of what they're doing. And they don't realize that in any situation, what's possible is beyond our knowing. Whenever we use the word being realistic, we have limited ourselves. Let's be realistic. Let's hold ourselves, yes, of course, miracles are possible, but you got to be realistic. The second you do that, miracles are no longer possible. The word miracle has to do with what's not realistic, what comes out of the norm. But the only way to get there is to risk taking the dangerous step of, irregardless of circumstance, allowing your true self to shine. Never letting anybody else tell you what your true self is or how you should conform or behave. There's this great bumper sticker I see all the time. Well-behaved women never make history. Well, well-behaved anybody never makes history. Do not be well-behaved. Be awesome. Be outrageous. So that 100 years from now, the people then are sitting back and going in awe of what we created. The way we are in awe of what Mozart and Van Gogh created. That is what's possible when you cut the moorings and in total abandon in the endless sea of receptivity. Let's end this with a meditation. Sit back, relax, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself on a path. It is the perfect path. feels wonderful underneath your feet. The air is the exact temperature against your skin you love. The weather is perfect. The sights, the sounds are exactly what you like best. It may be in the woods. It may be on a beach. It may be in your home. It may be up in the clouds. It is the perfect path. This path comes to a clearing. It is the perfect clearing. It is exactly the sanctuary that is your perfection. The sights, the sounds, how it feels against your skin, the beauty. And in the middle of this sanctuary is a chair, the perfect chair. You go and you sit in that chair. And as you sit in it, you feel this huge ah. Take another deep breath and relax into that chair. Now imagine yourself cutting all moorings. Abandoning yourself in the limitless sea of receptivity. Imagine yourself bathing, immersing in this limitless sea of possibility and receptivity. Imagine yourself fully expressed. Breathe in this limitlessness. Breathe out your full, unique expression. Breathe in this limitlessness. Breathe out your magnificence. From this place of basking, of bathing, and immersing in this limitlessness, imagine yourself walking through your life the way it is right now, totally immersed, moorings cut, nothing tied to how anyone responds to who you are, as you fully express your magnificence through your day. Imagine yourself walking through this day. Feel the magnificence of who you are, irregardless of any circumstance that comes up, irregardless of any response. Feel your magnificence. Thank yourself for this wonderful experience. Untethered, your fully unique self expressed. Thank yourself. And when you are ready, open your eyes.